Hey guys, Mike from Jeeps on the Run. Happy New Year. So today we're talking about new technology that Jeep has put out. If you were following in 2021, I remember I watched live, Jeep talked about some awesome technology that they might be bringing to the platform. One was biometrics, where maybe it would recognize your face and unlock the car. Another one was drone technology. Now the drone technology might be coming sooner than you think. And there's thoughts that the drone can actually help you off-road. Maybe it will navigate your off-road course. Maybe it will even actually drive your vehicle off-road. So we're gonna dive a little deeper into what is to come with drone technology and the Wrangler. Cool thing is this stuff might be here as early as 2025. Autonomous driving, your Jeep Wrangler, maybe as early as 2026. Let's dive in. So drones, let's talk about drones and how they're gonna be incorporated with Jeep life. Guys, drones are nothing new. They've been around a long time, but we're seeing them more and more in everyday stuff. Maybe eventually Amazon packages are gonna be shipped with these things. They use them to monitor power lines. Drones are a very valuable tool. They check roofs with them, instead of climbing up on a roof. So these things have provided a lot of value aside from just the hobbyist and taking pictures. So drones and Jeeps. So let's rewind to 2021 National EV Day. I remember watching the announcement at the dealership with the team there before it was even public. Tons of cool technology, kind of was like a little bit of this pipe dream concept stuff. Biometric technology where they show a person walking up to the vehicle recognizes them, unlocks, wakes up, all kind of thing. But let's focus on the drone. They teased this drone concept and it said kind of July 2025, coming soon or coming then. But it was very vague as to what actually maybe this drone would do. People walking up a trail and the vehicle following them, which seems really, really crazy, but the grand reality, it's not. Autonomous driving is not new. We've got cars out there that drive themselves, obviously. There's even these new taxis that you hop in, tell you where you want to go, and no one's in the car but you, and drives you around. So how are these drones going to become into the Jeep life? So let's talk about this for a minute. Let's actually rewind. 2017, I follow the Jeep concepts, cars and concepts really closely, have for a long time. 2017, they had a Safari edition that they released out at EJS, Easter Jeep Safari. And it just was a one-off kind of thing, pie in the sky, but it had a drone mounted to the roof of it. So this idea, I don't think is anything new. They teased it again in 2021, but the idea is that this drone is going to deploy from the Jeep. Now in this commercial that they tease, it comes off the hood of the Jeep. Where this thing will deploy, I don't know. Will it deploy from the back? Will you have to take it out of the Jeep? We have a lot of questions, right? But at any rate, this drone will deploy from the Jeep. From what I understand, you can do it autonomously or manually. It sounds like it will be all controlled through the Uconnect system, which we're going to talk about that in a second. But once this drone gets deployed, it can, again, fly autonomously or manually. Now, autonomously flying a drone is not crazy, right? This thing itself has a follow me mode. You can set it up. I've actually set up to follow my own Jeep as I'm doing recordings and whatnot. It looks for trees. It looks for obstacles. So autonomous drone flying, it's cool, but it's not earth-shattering, right? But the technology now is we're going to take the images and the data from the drone in the sky and we're going to send it back down to the Jeep. Now this is one thing I think is kind of cool. So let's think you're off-roading and you're in a scenario where you usually have a spotter, or you can't obviously see what the terrain is. You got a spotter saying driver, passenger, as you're navigating over something. This might end up being your spotter. Jeep has a thing here where it shows the drone a little lower. You're coming over the crest of, say, a hill, but you can't see this terrain down here. So the drone is going to know what's going on and it's going to give you the feedback back. Now, my understanding is you might even be able to get full video right back to Uconnect to see what's going on. That's pretty cool. Even with a spotter, you're trusting the spotter, which hopefully you have a good spotter when you're off-roading. But it would also still be really cool to see, all right, what is the spotter seeing? with this drone technology, you're going to see that. You're going to see what you're navigating through, what you need to go through, what the obstacle is. So that technology, super cool. So the Jeeps already have built-in radar, they've got LiDAR, you've got all this stuff already built in. The technology is already here for a lot of these components. We see them in the Rams, we've got level 3 autonomous driving in the Wagoneers. We've got this autonomous systems already out there. So these components with the radar and stuff, will they work in conjunction with this drone? Will it send, will it use the features in the vehicle, send it to the drone, send it to the internet, back to your Uconnect, and really give you this instant feedback as to what the terrain is? I think that's the thought process here. Now, I'm okay with that because technology keeps changing, and it's crazy to think that, let's rewind, you've got this summon feature on the Tesla that was 5 years ago, and Hyundai had a feature, the Smart Park, and you can move your vehicle up or even drive it, so to speak, with your remote. So this technology isn't new, but how Jeep is evolving and how these manufacturers are evolving to how do we use this technology on more of a daily basis, and how does it evolve? So when it comes to autonomous driving, the thought process is that this drone will allow your vehicle, your Jeep, to be autonomous off-road. Now, autonomous on-road is pretty straightforward. You've got cameras that can see lanes, you can see the vehicles. An on-road drive is very, I'll call it generic compared to off-road, right? There's no off-road trail that looks the same. Most roads you can duplicate. I got a white line, I got a yellow line, I got whatever, right? You get the idea. You can duplicate an on-road situation. So with autonomous driving, the thought process is that it's going to take this data from the drone, kick it back to the Jeep. So it's going to allow the Jeep to automatically navigate your vehicle off-road. Now, I know what you're thinking, maybe it's what I'm already thinking, but off-roading, off-road driving, that's part of the fun. It's navigating those obstacles. It's getting over a certain terrain. It's getting through that certain mud pit, whatever your style off-roading is. I'm not sure that I want to just sit back and watch the vehicle do it. That, in my opinion, kind of defeats the purpose of being off-road. I know there's different style off-roaders and there's different this or that, but I kind of got a feeling that most people are going to be in that camp. So again, I'm kind of okay with using the drone technology to be an aid or be an assistant or be that electronic spotter, if you will. I think there's a lot of stuff that could really come out of that. I think it's really cool. I'm not quite sure I want to just kick back and let my Jeep take me through the trails. Now, there was another tease in this commercial or announcement, if you will, back in 21 that shows this couple, and I'll roll the clip here, but it shows this couple kind of walking down this path, and then another Jeep drives by, and then they kind of dressed up the Magneto concept. If you've been following that, it's the all-electric Wrangler that's been teased for years now, but they dressed up this Magneto a little differently, and the Magneto shows a doorless, driverless Jeep coming down the trail. Now, the idea here, I think, is much like you've got this follow me mode. Like, I can set this up, put it in the sky, draw a box around myself in the app, and walk around my yard or my neighborhood. And this will literally follow me around and take a video. So imagine you're on a trail and you say, follow me, and it's, instead of the drone, in theory, following you, it's going to use the drone technology, but your Jeep is going to follow you where you go. The real use behind this, I'm not so sure. Will we actually really see this? They say so. They say they're saying 2025 for drone technology, and then they're kind of pushing 2030 for more of the autonomous stuff. They're saying July of 2025 is what they originally announced back in 2021. Personally, I don't think we're going to see any of this stuff this year. I don't. So if you're on the cutting edge and you're that guy that's got to have the technology, I'm that guy, admittedly. I wouldn't hold your breath for 2025. I think Stellantis has got a bunch of hurdles that they probably didn't have or think they were going to come across in 2021. So I would sit tight on that. As far as the autonomous one, 2030 I think would be a maybe. Again, this is all my personal opinion, nothing more. So let's talk about maybe actually how this is going to function. We have a lot of questions, right? It does say that this is going to tie into the Uconnect system. How will this drone be released? Great question. Don't know. Will it be something that comes out of the roof? Will it be something that if you're top down, it comes out of the back? Will it be something you manually deploy? Who knows, right? But it does kind of sound like you can deploy this. I say this. It's going to be some sort of drone, right? Be interesting to see if they team up with a drone manufacturer or they make their own. Drone. I mean, I know Jeep has this little pocket drone now. My son's got one. It's Jeep branded, but I can guarantee you Jeep didn't make it. Like anything else, they kind of team up with maybe Mavic, DJI, whatever. At any rate, so this drone is going to deploy, and you're supposed to be able to navigate this drone or basically communicate with this drone through your Uconnect screen. Guys, here's my concern. It's 2024 and we've got Uconnect screens that are freezing while trying to listen to XM radio. You know I'm not a Jeep basher. We don't bash the product here, but I'm a realist as well. We can't get the screens to function 100% properly right now. I'm not in the camp that is gonna, I don't want to say the word trust. I'm not there yet to put a drone in the sky and have my Jeep follow me based on the connection between Uconnect, my drone, and my phone, or whatever it may be, to follow me around. Jeep, I think you've got to dial in the electronics on the Uconnect before we put one of these in the sky, pushing the go fly button from the Uconnect screen, or however it's going to deploy. Again, my 2024 Wrangler 4xe, 99.99% of the time, it's glitch free. It doesn't have an issue. I actually have more issues on my Ram Uconnect than my Jeep. Again, it's still Uconnect technology. They're different size screens. That's it. I guess what I'm saying is I'm hoping that Jeep will really start to polish some of the electronics. I think it would be really bad if they push this technology out and it's glitchy. I hope that when this actually becomes a reality, that it's been tried and tried and tried again, and we don't have drones stuck in the sky or falling out of the sky or flying away, or my Jeep didn't do what it was supposed to do, or I'm at this this pass and I lost communication with my drone and I couldn't see where it was taking me. Again, I'm also the kind of person that I am not ready for 100% autonomous driving. I enjoy driving. Those who enjoy driving off-road, I think, would feel the same. So I think I like the fact that we have still driver input. Now, some will argue that these autonomous drivers and driving systems are more capable and have less accidents and less airbag deployments statistically than human drivers. There is something to be said about that. At any rate, I just hope this system gets polished before it gets launched. No pun intended. So I do love that Jeep is very innovative with some of the new technology that they are talking about bringing to reality. But I'm curious, what are your thoughts? Is this a feature that excites you? Is this just this is just another feature to go bad? How does this hit your hot button? Does it at all? Does it turn you off? Would you not buy it because it had it? I'm curious. Comment below. What are your thoughts about drone technology and the Wrangler? And for that matter, if it starts in the Wrangler, this is going to be, I'm sure this is going to continue in other areas and other platforms. So we had a Toys for Tots event. If you're familiar with it, we do a big Jeep caravan. Long story short, we had someone in the middle of our caravan flying a drone while they were driving. Needless to say, caused an accident, and I think they even totaled their Wrangler at that time. But, is this something people are going to start launching in traffic to get video of? I'm sure there'll be safeguards in place. I'm sure there'll be things to stop some of this idiocracy things that could happen. But that's where my mind always goes. So I don't know. So at any rate, let us know what you think of this new technology. Is this something you're interested into? Comment below. As always, like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.